Hello YouTube, it's RJ the West here and my friend Last Night BC. So welcome back to another daily live stream, episode 100. So I want to inform you guys that I will be doing my daily live stream every other day. But enough about that. After doing literally 100 daily live streams since the beginning of like very late last year. I kind of feel like I need to start slowing down now. I remember when I first started live streaming that I did say eventually I was going to start slowing down. I didn't think it would be 100 episodes later. Eh. Alright, give me a sec. Alright. It was a little cold today. It's like almost what feels like 50 degrees in here. Any lower than that, I probably would wear a wool cap. By the way, I did delete the spawn points and then put them back in. Maximum vibrations. Here they come. Here come the bees. They came from a distance. Then they swarm us. Ow. Ow. I'd be more curious where the bodybuilders are.
At spawn point.
Owie.
What do you want, asshole? You idiot.
Oh. That's funny. What the hell? Okay, so you actually do have to manually...
Don't you even get near me.
I'm gonna die.
Fuck's sake.
Gotcha, bitch. Ah, you just have to tank the damage.
One loading time.
Is it really? Is it?
I wouldn't say otherwise.
Ah. I suppose I will admit, though, I have... Your character's body is still here.
That's because I'm a loading screen. No, yeah, wait. 90,000 hours.
Well, you know what? I'll tell you what. I'm thinking about taking a break from making missions for a little bit. But we'll just have to tank this for now. I kind of thought that by deleting the respawn areas and you're just gonna have to be a lot more careful. Well, not making missions in the afternoon every other day would probably save me time to work on more of my music, get better at writing lyrics and stuff.
No, wrong side of the wall, you dumbass moron.
Ow. Dude, I don't even see the bodybuilders. Okay, I do see the bodybuilders, they're just... Ow. That, I'm not gonna lie, that is kind of annoying having you'd have to take that. I should have just logged in here early and should have just did a pre-test before, you know, a pre-live test before this. Don't normally think about doing that stuff because I wouldn't expect to actually have more problems with the damn reloads, respawn time. I find it fascinating that they all act in unison. You notice they all rise and descend at the same time?
They're a hive mind.
They kind of are. Ah. Ow. Oh.
I find it so annoying trying to shoot at jetpacks.
I'm sorry. I mean, that is...
I find it annoying to shoot at them. Especially with regular base guns. It's really annoying.
You do have a full arsenal in your hands.
Oh, I know I do.
And they're not immune to lock-on, are they?
No.
I
just find it annoying. It's so hard to shoot them.
I don't understand why you have a hard time shooting. I personally don't. It's better to do it in first person.
It's not that I can't shoot them, it's just when they just move around too much. Way too much.
if they're moving around, like if they're actually like relocating, you know what?
I don't have ammo.
I was gonna give us a helicopter. You know what? I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna get a helicopter out. Never mind. Can't.
Nope.
Oh, that's right. My car is already out. Wait. That's why.
It's grayed out for me.
Okay.
My oppressor's out, but I can't use that.
You can use your oppressor. You can take a
I
few.
know
Oh crap! Here they come.
I know I can use them, but
Shit.
I got stuff to do.
What do you want to do then? Let's see. I want to call for my. What was it?
You calling for some wheels? I'm Johnny on the spot. I'll hook you up.
I know. I'll call for the non-weaponized
I'll
Deluxo,
get there as soon as I can.
and you and I can fly
I'll get back
that
to
for a
work.
little bit.
out of missiles.
Yeah, on the flip side, at least he took a few of them out. Do you want to drive, or because you said no, you probably don't. You said only when you're in first person. Yep, this is my non-weaponized Deluxo.
Why did you get? Oh yeah, because you wanted to try it too. For the, but you couldn't.
Could what?
They're prostitutes. Remember?
The Deluxo with the prostitutes?
Yeah, you wanted to try it, but you couldn't. It wouldn't let you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they can't fly the Deluxo.
That's not. No, that's not what I meant.
What were you talking about?
I'm talking about in free mode.
Oh wow.
You know when you honk your horn at them, they get in your car.
Oh yeah, you can't.
That's the reason why you wanted to get the non-weaponized version is because of that.
No, I thought
that.
it was. No, I thought it was just so I could do drive-bys. I didn't even think
No.
about fucking prostitutes with or doing it with the prostitutes like that. It was a long time ago.
That's what you got it for, but it turns out it wouldn't let you.
But I kept it anyway. Wow, I feel so much safer in this car. And we also got, huh?
Can we blow up? We're descending.
I'll crash into you. Oh crap, bodybuilders. Gonna keep us right around here. Gotta get higher. Ow. No, wait, I didn't get hit. It's just a blip on my radar. I forget that when you attack, you show that red ring all over the place. I find that so funny that the thruster is like, they are replacing the enemy the moment they die sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
How's that? You see the bodybuilder down there?
Yeah. Somewhat.
Our girl should take care of them soon. Oh look, they're actually attacking our allies instead of us. I'll run you over, bitch. And you have to literally unload an entire magazine in these girls just to kill them. I absolutely love dumping my load on them. Like, it's so much ammo. And just like other vehicles, just like Warframes, if this vehicle gets destroyed, I could just get another one out. Wait a minute, how much health is do a health check?
Oh, we're not smoking yet.
Have you killed any of them up since you were riding with me?
Yeah, I killed a few.
That's all I need to know. I don't want to, I mean, like, and you may have noticed I'm not moving around as much. I'm trying to, like, just keeping us stable.
Shoot you in the feet. We're falling. Like a leaf in the fall.
I don't think they can get past us over here. Oh, you know, okay, they, wow, you're brave. Foolish. Gotcha, bitch. They're missing us a lot.
They're stormtroopers.
I do have their accuracy set to extra low or something like that. But honestly, it kind of buzz me out that the respawn area is being stupid again. Oh, look, another wave
My
incoming.
ammo.
Huh?
I said refill my ammo.
I don't need to do that right now, anytime soon. I checked my ammo and...
I like to do it periodically when I throw shoot my guns after a little while. Make sure they're topped off.
Top off the tank. Yeah, you really do have to unload on them. Hi, Gracie. Hi, cutie. Come on, chunky monkey. Yes. You want your you want a blankie? You want your blankie? Oh. Here you go, Gracie. Now we're taking damage.
Yeah, it's the minigunner down there.
I know for a fact that if we were flying those jetpacks, we would die almost instantly. I literally can't believe this is what we're doing right now.
Bitch down there.
I'm just moving away from those bodybuilders. We're not smoking yet.
Or not too far along from.
Never mind. Oh.
This vehicle literally showed no signs of smoking.
Yeah, I was gonna say it showed no signs.
I was gonna say that we're probably. I was gonna say that we're probably very close to being smoking. Then as soon as I said that, we blew up.
Yep. I noticed we weren't showing any visual signs of smoking or anything, and this. Luckily, we spawned in an automatic safe zone, unless a bodybuilder's in there camping, and we're screwed. Isn't that right? Isn't that right, baby? Oh, your face is not even in the camera. Ooh, there's a chin scratch. Ah. I'm not leaving this area until you come out.
It'll be a while.
Alright, mechanic. I guess I can call for my weaponized Tampa or...
I'm on the clock. What you want? Some wheels? I'll bring it to you.
Jesus. Douchebag.
Yeah.
Fuckface.
Run like SpongeBob.
I'm out. Multi-shot.
It's sometimes this weird fight shooting at the thrusters. Oftentimes, I feel like I'm actually hitting their thrusters and not the body itself.
Well, if you see red in your crosshairs, that means you're hitting them and not the thruster.
Oh! Ah! Your door! Can you close the door?
How am I gonna do that?
Oh, never mind.
I don't have an option to do
Never
that.
mind. I backed into a destroyed thruster and your door is missing now. Because of course it is.
Ouch.
I know, I'm gonna position myself here. Ironically, that could be your door. Yep, this is what's happening. You can shoot through those sandbags, right?
I'm shooting at the thrusters.
Yeah, I'm...
Sandbag is a little bit lower than the window.
Ah! Son of a bitch! Ah!
Kamikaze shit.
Son of a bitch!
Talking about like freaking kamikazes. They're gonna say we can't take you out with our miniguns, but we'll take you out with our thrusters themselves.
You know what that looks like? Just a giant PCV pipe sticking out of the ground. Like I said, I was pretty lazy when I made this mission. I wanted to make it easy and somewhat fun.
If you recall waiting for a half hour to respawn fun, then yeah.
Was not intentional. We already had to deal with that before, and kind of annoying. Ah.
Yay, another hour in loading screen.
Crazy. Oh, you just loving that, aren't you? It's too bad the camera can't see you. You're just off camera. Yeah, right, baby. Brr, brr. She's all snuggled in with the blankie. Alright, time to get another weaponized vehicle out.
You calling for some wheels? I'm Johnny on the spot. I'll hook you up.
How about the half track?
What a dickhead!
That might
Bring it
work.
by.
Did
Oh, good, I'm out.
Get the fuck out!
Hurry!
I'm running. What more do you want?
I thought you were gonna get in the front, so you have more protection.
No, I'm gonna take the gun. Plus, the front of the AA gun's pretty well protected as long as you stay facing forward.
Now we have 3 AA guns. Ooh.
Yeah, but one's a mobile and one's not.
Oh, that one doesn't even. That one's not even manned.
What are you trying to do?
You know what I'm trying to do. I'm gonna try to hook up with this.
I don't think you can with this vehicle, can you?
You can. Success. All right. Ow.
Yeah, driving forward ahead ain't too smart.
Yep. That was. Oh. Oh.
Should have just stayed back at the spawn.
Yep. I made enough mistakes for one day.
I'm just gonna let them kill me. I'm not even gonna fight back.
I'm just gonna not bother spawning any more vehicles because it's already less than 5 minutes. You know, it would be a lot easier and more forgiving if that respawn timer was more forgiving. We wouldn't have to resort to using personal vehicles, but whatever.
Well, you can, I can't.
I don't know why you can't. I did not disable I did not disable the personal vehicles thing, and it's kind of annoying me that it's. Ah.
You fucking asshole!
At least the NPCs are respawning. I'm happy about that, but I'm not happy with the fact that you have to deal with like a 40 fucking second respawn timer, and it's worse for you because it's literally like a full minute respawn timer. I'm gonna recall my vehicle.
I will personally stomp your ass! Asshole! You fucking asshole!
Ow.
What a dickhead! Loser! Fuck off if you don't like what you see!
Damn hair on my tongue.
Help me, mama! You idiot! Flash or Rudy! What?
Are they fighting the hooker with the AA gun down there? Are you serious?
Piece of
Probably.
I thought she would have died or at least fell off the vehicle.
sucker. Fuckface. Fucking asshole. Baby Jesus. Dickweed. What a dickhead. Sweet baby Jesus. Loser. If that don't beat all.
Man, shooting them that far away with a sniper rifle is taking its sweet time killing them.
Oh hell. Jerk off.
Oh, fine. Oh, what the hell?
Fuckface.
That was not what I was expecting.
You fucking idiot. Dickweed. Dickhead. Go fuck yourself.
They're too busy fighting that one lone hooker back there, dude.
Loser.
This is just sad and weird at the same time. I think we won,
Douchebag.
but if I'm gonna make missions again, I'm gonna have to start playtesting them myself in solo.
You asshole.
I don't want to have us deal with that shit again.
Motherfucker.
Invite.
Copy that. Oh, it kicked us in our own separate sessions.
Morse Mutual Insurance, how can we help you? I'll do my best.
Go get
I
my
can hear
phone.
your radio.
It's just the Night Ride FM
DJs.
jingle. No, well, they do that from time to time. Besides, music's turning off in a couple seconds anyway. Yeah, I'm sorry that mission didn't turn out the way I was expecting. Usually things seems to be happening a lot for the day. Alright. I've been wanting to wonder how powerful is Lore Hackett Mirage from Warframe.
Invite. Oh, wrong one.
Lorikit Mirage is a terrifying cosmic jester who manipulates light and shadow at a molecular level. Her reality-bending illusions and destructive power were so overwhelming that she single-handedly obliterated entire battalions of sentients, a technologically advanced alien race that naturally adapts to and counters energy weaponry. Molecular light manipulation. She channels the fundamental forces of light and shadow through eclipse. She weaponizes ambient light to dramatically amplify her own destructive force, blah, blah, blah. Sentient slaughter. Oh, okay, no, I don't care about that part. Interesting. Reality bending clones. Her Hall of Mirrors ability doesn't just create visual tricks. She generates tangible autonomous doppelgangers. Lore states Mirage could summon these copies to unleash devastating barrages of firepower while laughing maniacally, completely overwhelming enemies who couldn't figure out which target was real. Molecular light. Okay, you already heard about that part. Mirage is viewed by the warfare community as a physical and mental force of nature rather than a traditional weapon. Okay. And I just realized that when I adjusted my mic, I had it too low. For those poor viewers. Yeah, we're just gonna be standing out here and chilling. I mean, we could go to our apartments or something.
Wouldn't we do anything different? They would be here.
That's true. Oh. Alright, so now that we know how powerful Mirage is, can she defeat Omni-Man? Alright, we're gonna do Mark and Nolan Grayson versus Mirage.
A
In this fictional
2v1.
crossover scenario, a lore accurate Mirage, Elliot Witt from a... Oh. Not that Mirage. I should have done Warframe.
Yeah, there's another Mirage, another game.
Or I get Mirage from Warframe. Lorica Mirage is an absolute nightmare for brawlers like Nolan and Mark Grayson because she relies on spatial distortion, blinding light, and holographic illusions rather than physical toughness. The Graysons would struggle to land a real hit, while her abilities would turn her own momentum against them. The dialogue would be a clash of cultures, the Graysons speaking as pragmatic, planet-conquering superheroes and aliens, while Mirage speaks in cryptic theatrical riddles fitting for a 10-0. The opening volley. Nolan. Step aside, creature. This world isn't yours to defend, and your parlor tricks won't save you from a Viltrumite. A soft, echoing giggle ripples through the air as her doppelgangers materialize, surrounding the duo. A stage play needs two to tango, Golden Lion, but I think my tricks outshine your roar. Mid-combat frustration. Mark, swinging wildly at a Mirage, only to pass through it like a second Mirage, as the second Mirage blasts his blinding light into his eyes. What are you? How many of you are there? Do you believe in magic, little fledgling? Look closely. Which one is the real show? The light, the dark, or the shadow in the back? Nolan says, Mark, stop swinging blindly. Her equilibrium is tied to her light. If we destroy the surroundings, the illusions fall. Aw, smart kitty. But you have to catch me first. God damn, the Mirage sounds like a playful one. Nolan, plowing through a hail of explosive traps, charging at the real Mirage, but suddenly finds his own immense strength redirected into a staggering sleight of hand trap. Impossible! Your mass is negligible. Where is this force coming from? The joke is entirely on you. You spend your life conquering, yet you cannot see the beautiful absurdity of the void. Mark, hitting the deck as a prism detonates overhead, temporarily blinding him. Dad, we can't punch our way out of this. She's everywhere. The aftermath. Standoff. Mirage stepping out of the light as her clones dissipate, hovering gracefully over the downed Viltrumites. You bleed like the rest of the universe. Conquerors, take your empire's ambitions elsewhere. This system belongs to the performers. Mirage would toy with them the entire time because the Graysons rely on sheer physical force and need to keep their inner ear equilibrium intact to fly. Mirage's hull of mirrors and prism would completely distort them. The two would be left throwing haymakers at shadows while Mirage danced around them. Dude, that's awesome. I like to say, in order to test how strong a Warframe is, they have to fight Omni-Man first. Omni-Man is exceptionally powerful on a physical level and stuff. If a Warframe cannot defeat Nolan, especially if he's in single combat, that means they're past, they're stronger. But like the game said it itself, she's basically in a way similar to Limbo, reality warping and everything. Not enough people play on her, though I ran into 4 Mirages today. And 2 of them, and you know what? You want to hear something funny? Right before you got on tonight in Warframe, I ran with 2 Mirages, and the one time I'm on my Eclipse build on my Limbo, they were both running Total Eclipse too. It was like, and you know what's funny? The joke's on them because they weren't killing shit. We all had to leave the mission because our life support went down to zilch. No one was killing anything. I think they were just... Alright. Let's play with Mirage for a bit. What if she were to fight Ichigo from Bleach? In this fictional scenario, what if Lorak and Mirage from Warframe fought Ichigo from Bleach? Plot armor. Oh, bitch. Damn it. Plot armor and gag armor is disabled. And it is a fight to the death. What kind of dialogue would they have? Here it is, guys. Let's find out. This fictional scenario features the ultimate trickster of the Origin system, facing off against the substitute Soul Reaper. In a fight to the death with all plot and gag armor disabled, the battle boils down to whether Ichigo's immense spiritual pressure and Zanpakuto can overcome Mirage's photokinetic illusions and void field reality bending. Mirage, lore accurate, a deadly harlequin whose tragic lore features her ripping through entire battalions of sentient machines, before finally falling in a blaze of defiance. Her abilities include spawning invulnerable doppelgangers, manipulating light for passive or damage or evasion, generating reality-altering geometry and traps. Ichigo Kurosaki, a towering power. You know what? You guys already know who Ichigo is by now. The outcome. Ichigo is faster and possesses unmatched physical destructive output. But Mirage operates as an untraceable reality-bending specter of void energy. Without plot armor, Ichigo's biggest weakness is his tendency to fight with pure aggression and raw reiatsu. The word is in italic, so it's going to be... If Ichigo attempts to blitz Mirage, he is essentially walking directly into an arena filled with her trap-laden, light-sensitive jewels, which blind and confuse opponents. Furthermore, his weapon swipes would hit her clones, wasting his heavy attacks while the real Mirage remains wreathed in the shadows of her Eclipse ability, avoiding massive amounts of incoming damage. Ichigo could ultimately win if he unleashes an almighty arena vaporizing Getsuga to clear the whole map, but in a localized tactical duel, Mirage's ability to warp light, multiply herself, and out-trick him could easily exhaust and outlast the Soul Reaper. The dialogue. The initial encounter. Ichigo lands on a ruined, desolate battlefield, his large swords resting on his shoulders. He narrows his eyes, sensing the absence of a soul but detecting an unnatural twisting signature in the air. Hey! I don't know what kind of hollow or Arinkar you are, but you're giving off a seriously weird vibe. Show yourself. A soft, echoing, almost mocking giggle dances in the wind. Suddenly, out of the light of the setting sun, two exact duplicates of a golden-crowned, jester-like flame flash into existence. All three Mirages strike identical theatrical bows. Mirage, via Tenno Operator. Do you believe in magic, little specter? The stage is set, and your act is about to be cancelled. Ooh, hear that? Phase 2. The action escalates. Ichigo slashes cleanly through one of the Mirage clones, only for it to dissolve into harmless light particles, while the other two unleash a barrage of blinding beams from their prism. What the? Clones? No, they aren't Gigai. It's an illusion. I'll just crush the whole area. Ichigo charges his blades, a brilliant crescent of blue spectral energy bursting forth in a deafening roar. Getsuga Tenshou! Is that how he says it?
Mm-hmm.
Tenshou! The explosive blast tears through the ruined structures, but as the smoke clears, Mirage laughs. She has seamlessly shifted into a patch of deep shadow, making her temporarily impervious to his attack. So loud, so clumsy, the spotlight demands flair, not just brute force. The climax. Ichigo uses his flash step to close the distance, aiming a critical soul-cutting strike directly at her core. At the very last second, Mirage's sleight of hand triggers, detonating a brilliant flash of light that temporarily blinds Ichigo. Damn it! My eyes! You're a long way from home, substitute. Curtain call. Mirage leaps backwards, her doppelgangers multiplying as Ichigo struggles to regain his visual focus and relies purely on his spiritual awareness to block. A barrage of pinpoint, void-powered shots rain down on him, bringing a swift and tragic end to his performance. Ichigo is stumbling. I can't let my friends down. No one is mourning you. Don't hold on to the feeling of despair. The Mirage Warframe gives a silent, mocking courtesy. And yes, Mirage can kick Ichigo's ass. Fuck yes. But you know what? Baruch can't. Mirage. Oh, yeah. You know what? I'm going to do something even better. Let's see. What about. Well, wait. If Ichigo is stronger than Naruto. Um. What about the Straw Hat Pirates? You think they'll lose?
Mm-hmm.
I
We'll
think they'll
find out.
lose. They're gonna lose, dude. Oh, that burp. Alright, let's find out, guys. She's gonna win. She's gonna win hands down. Mirage is that scary. Stripped of plot armor and gag armor, a Lorikit Mirage is an apocalyptic assassin, a master of weapon damage amplification and localized reality distortion. She would systematically dismantle the Straw Hats one by one. The fight to the death would feature a brutal clash of contrasting combat philosophies. The Chaos. Mirage relies on her hull of mirrors and sleight of hand to dominate the battle. Because gag armor is disabled, Zoro's casual comedic durability and Luffy's rubber resistance will not protect them from being shredded by the sheer volume of explosive traps and focused firepower. The Haki factor. The Straw Hat's greatest advantage would be observation and armament Haki. While Mirage's illusions might easily fool the weaker members, veteran Haki users can sense her true form. The decisive factor. Without plot convenience, the Straw Hats lack the sci-fi shielding or instantaneous healing required to survive a full arsenal barrage from a Tenno Warframe. Mirage's capacity to multiply damage and cloak herself in darkness would bypass standard pirate defenses. Hypothetical deathmatch dialogue. Location. An abandoned island in a new world. Monkey D. Luffy wiping blood from a deep slash. What are you? You're not a zone. And you're not a paramecia? Your shadow tricks won't work on my Haki. Mirage, her voice echoing with a haunting theatrical melody, skipping lightly as her mirror clones mimic every movement. Oh, little captain. The Orokin Empire made me a masterpiece of deceit. You fight with your stomach, but I fight with the light. Ronoa Zoro, sheathing his swords to steady his breathing after missing a strike against a deceptive illusion. Your illusions are clever, but if it has a body, it can be cut. Waving her hand as a prism of lethal jewels explodes around him. A gorgeous sentiment, but you are swinging at shadows, swordsman. The darkness only exists to conceal your end. Nami, shouting from behind cover as Mirage's doppelgangers level their weapons. Zoro, Luffy, she's covering herself in the shadows. Get back. Her damage output is spiking off the charts. Mocking the navigator. Smart girl. But in this performance, every spotlight has a funeral pyre. You're just background noise to a final act. Chopper, injecting a rumble ball into panic. I'll patch you up, Luffy. Just stay still. Where did her real body go? Mirage hovering above them as her prism gem absorbs the surrounding light and shatters. Nowhere. I am everywhere. She basically just kills them all. But that's funny that she's pretty sadistic though. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna do something stupid here. In this fictional scenario, what if Lorac Limbo were suddenly to become sentient and turn on the Tenno? I wanted to throw Limbo in there just for the extra shit. Unless you want me to, I could take that off. If a Lorac, Limbo, and Mirage suddenly turned sentient and rebelled against their Tenno masters, it would be an apocalyptic nightmare for the operator. A rogue duo of a master tactician and a chaotic jester would turn the origin system completely upside down. The threat matrix. Limbo, the Grandmaster of Space. In lore, Limbo doesn't just walk through dimensions, he mastered the complex cosmic mathematics to bend reality itself. If sentient, he would exist entirely within the Rift Plane, untouchable by conventional weapons and able to halt time at a whim. He could calculate vectors to scatter an operator's atoms across the cosmos or trap entire armies in pocket dimensions indefinitely. Mirage, the mistress of illusion. The lore depicts her as an incredibly witty, rebellious, and fearless jester. She dances through deadly fire, uses sleight of hand to turn the battlefield's weapons against its owners. and generates devastatingly realistic decoy clones. Her fighting style is a sadistic mocking dance. Because in gameplay, you're basically a badass weapons platform that rigged the entire battlefield to explode. And that's literally what she does. Yeah, I swear, if you play as Mirage, that's literally what you're going to be doing. And phase 2, the psychological assault. With Limbo holding the front line via cosmic mathematics, Mirage would go to work. She would use her hollow mirrors to project hundreds of laughing, taunting illusions, bombarding the trapped Tenno with explosive traps and environmental hazards. Because she shares the Tenno's affinity for void-based acrobatics, she would effortlessly dodge whatever retaliation the Tenno could muster while mocking them in the song. Severing the somatic link. Because warframes are highly susceptible to void radiation and their own internal, sometimes feral instincts, a sentient awakening would likely break the mind control of a somatic link. Without a physical body to fight with, the operators, safely hidden in their orbiter or their moon-bound reservoir, would watch helplessly as their most powerful frames permanently disconnect and escape into the void. How to stop them? The only way to stop a rogue Limbo and Mirage would be through sheer, overwhelming void energy. Since both frames are powered by and interact heavily with the void, only a Tenno operating in pure operator or drifter could cross the threshold of the rift to deliver a fatal strike. They would likely have to employ the heavy use of an Arcwing or a highly tactical reality-bending frame like Garo, whose sentience was blah blah even odds. Eh. Alright. Let's see. Let's use Mirage again. No. Mesa. We're gonna use Mesa, guys. Fought Nisha from Borderlands. This is gonna be interesting. I never really used. I wonder what kind of dialogue Mesa would have. Mesa from Borderlands. Plot. What kind of dialogue would they have? Oh, I'm actually a little excited, guys. A lore-accurate showdown between Warframe's blindfolded gunslinger Mesa and Borderlands' sadistic sheriff Nisha would be a duel of polar opposites, a silent, stoic instrument of cosmic justice versus a cackling, unhinged outlaw. Because Mesa has no voice in-game, her lore personality is pieced together through the Lotus, who describes her as a vagabond who dishes out justice faster than fear can spread. And her ability themes, which center heavily on concepts like sin and karma, deflecting bullets back at those who fire them. Pre-fight dialogue. Well, looks like the buzzard. Look what the buzzard dragged in. A faceless little robot in a poncho. Ah, tell you what, darling. If you kneel right now, I might just make your death quick. Otherwise, I'm gonna turn that gold-trimmed bucket of yours into a pincushion. Mesa simply tilts her head slightly, her regulator pistol snapping into her hands with a mechanical click. Oh, the silent treatment? I love it when they beg without words. Let's see how fast those toys of yours are in Showdown. Oh god, dude, this is gonna be a one-sided fight. Combat and interaction during Showdown. When Nisha activates her action skill, the world turns sepia. If she attempts to unload on Mesa, however, Mesa's shadow shield goes up. As Nisha's bullets ricochet off the energy bear and tear right through towards her, her frantic, cackling nature quickly turns to unbridled frustration. What? How are my bullets hitting me? That ain't the law. Stop that. Mesa stands entirely still, channeling her peacemaker to knock onto. Damn it! Mesa stands entirely still, channeling her peacemaker ability to lock onto Nisha and fire back with devastating, hyper-accurate energy shots. Cheater! You're cheating! Post-fight death victory quote. If Mesa defeats Nisha, she would do what she does best: deliver a swift, clean, and emotionless end to someone with a rap sheet of pure cruelty. If the roles were somehow reversed, Nisha would take full credit for taking down a legendary Tenno. If Mesa wins, Mesa holsters her regulators in complete silence, walking away without a backwards glance. The Lotus's voice echoes faintly over the comms. Another sinner judged. Return to the Lesset Tenno. But we already know who would actually win, though. Mesa would win. I'm hearing... dude, you know what? I can hear that fucking phone from here.
I can't hear it.
I have... dude, my autistic traits allow me to hear better. Doesn't mean I can listen better. I'm taking the chopper. You want to come with?
Sure.
I want to go somewhere else. That was interesting. But you know what's funny? Nisha wouldn't even stand a chance against Mesa. Mesa basically is way more powerful than she lets on. I remember, 2 years ago, when I actually started making Warframe videos for YouTube, I actually did play on Mesa for about a week or so. I only got bored of her because I just find Limbo my comfort frame. Although, I'm not gonna lie, my Mesa was practically unkillable, though. When you combine Eclipse with Shatter Shield, oh, you could literally get like the best of both worlds. What's fascinating about that concept is just the general fact that you can even cross, like Shatter Shield basically gives you like 95% damage reduction and the added bonus of reflecting bullets back at the attacker. And then combine that with the amplified damage bonus or go even more defense. If you do use Eclipse, like for me, I'd like to make my Mesa shimmer. Like you can make her shimmer when you're using Shatter Shield combined with Lunar Eclipse. Makes her body look so shimmery and it's so cool looking. Yeah. I still remember that one video I made a couple years ago when you and I were playing. You were on a Gauss. You were on Gauss at the time. We were doing, we were fighting a boss. You know the fragmented one? Those giant book-shaped enemies? The Murmur boss? We fought the Murmur boss, and, I find that rather interesting because when I made a song about, well, not a song, but I made a soundtrack about it. It's called Knowledge at a Cost. And like when I actually, oh my god, now do I just want to watch that video now. Actually, I can. Well, I don't want to right now. Alright. Mesa from Warframe were to fight Nisha from Borderlands. Okay, in a duel between lore-accurate Mesa and Nisha, Mesa decisively wins. While both are lethal gunslingers with auto-aim abilities, Mesa's arsenal operates on a cosmic biomechanical scale, granting her invulnerability to bullets and damage output, capable of vaporizing massive mechanical beasts. The Arsenal Showdown. Oh, let me get him up call him up first. Before I forget. I know Jordan's doing the same.
I already called him.
Hello?
Never mind.
Okay then, bye.
Nisha relies on her Showdown ability, which functions as an aimbot lock-on and significantly boosts her gun damage. However, her targets must remain somewhat localized and within standard sightlines. Mesa operates via Tenno-Link. Her targeting is neurologically linked and instantaneous. Her pacemaker regulators allow her to execute a gun kata style of combat, shredding anything that enters her field of vision simultaneously. Defensive prowess. Nisha relies on personal shields and her order tree to siphon health from enemies, making her quite durable against human and bandit enemies. Mesa utilizes Shatter Shield. In Warframe lore, this ability envelops her in a barrier that provides up to 95% damage reduction and directly deflects enemy hit scan bullets back at their attackers. If they were to draw on each other, Nisha's standard firearms would be completely neutralized by Mesa's Shatter Shield, with the bullets literally ricocheting back into Nisha's own face. If Nisha attempted to use her strongest elemental or explosive weapons, Mesa's baseline Warframe agility and immense health pool far outmatch a standard human. In lore, Mesa is a mobile, void-forged fortress capable of shooting down giant alien overworms. Nisha is a highly skilled Borderlands Vault Hunter that simply lacks the firepower and cosmic durability required to pierce Eternal's armor. Damn. Ooh, we're gonna do Warframes versus Vault Hunters. You pick a Warframe and I'll pick a Vault Hunter.
Rhino.
Copy. Oh, you want... Oh, Rhino. What a fight. Brick. You know, yeah, I'm going to use Brick. Oh, God, dude. Brick... I don't know. Brick's going to fucking die, dude.
He's the one that dual wields rocket launchers, right?
Yes. Lore accurate Rhino takes this fight easily. While Brick is an unstoppable mountain-crushing juggernaut in the Borderlands universe, Warframes are essentially godlike bioweapons forged by the Orokin. Rhino's immense mass, absolute damage immunity, and time-bending abilities give him an insurmountable advantage against flesh and bone. The tail of the tape. Rhino, the pitch, an Orokin-engineered biomechanical tank whose combat philosophy is incomprehensible, blah, 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 blah. You know, you guys already know about the Brick. He uses the ultimate siren, slag-induced resonating existential nullfinder killer, a massive vault hunter known as Pandora's premier berserker. When he enters his berserk state, his physical strength goes through the roof, allowing him to smash bandits to pieces with his bare hands, while healing his own wounds. He also wields explosive weapons with devastating proficiency. He regenerates health and gains significant damage resistance while enraged. How the fight will go down, the fight starts with Brick doing what he does best, following a war cry and charging in, throwing massive explosive punches. However, the moment he hits, his fists connect with Rhino, he realizes his hit is literal wall of living metal. The stalemate. Even if Brick unloads a barrage of explosive rockets or utilizes his hyper mode berserker punches, he is just feeding kinetic energy into Rhino's iron skin. Rhino simply absorbs the punishment. The turnaround. Realizing Brick is tough, Rhino decides to end the match. He unleashes a terrifying roar, shattering the soundscape and sending a tremor through the area. Next, Rhino hits Rhino Stomp. Unlike an earthbound concussion, this stomp hits with enough Orokin void energy to physically fracture the ground and force the very air and time into a stasis. Brick is frozen solid in midair, entirely trapped in a time warp. Rhino, having absorbed so much damage to his skin that it glows with an unnatural, indestructible luster, he walks up and delivers a single, devastatingly heavy melee strike. Brick is an apex human capable of taking down massive beasts and mechanical behemoths. You know what? I'm thinking about Battle Beast versus Brick, dude. I'm doing that next. Yes, I'm doing that next. Let's see. But he is ultimately fighting a piece of ancient Orokin hardware that doesn't play by the same rules of physics. Rhino's ability to manipulate the battlefield space-time continuum utterly nullifies Brick's berserk, allowing the Warframe to out-tank and overwhelm the Vault Hunter. Alright, Ryan, Thok. Alright, we're gonna do what kind of dialogue they're gonna have. This is gonna be rather interesting. Lore accurate Thok versus Brick would be a battle of two entirely different beasts. Thok is a hyper-focused cosmic gladiator driven by an obsessive silent bloodthirst, while Brick is a loud, punch-happy, explosive-loving warrior with a soft spot for his pets. Because Thok only speaks when fighting opponents he considers worthy, their dialogue would be a hilarious mismatch of hype versus silence. Here is how their exchange might go down. Setting the scene. A desolate wasteland on Pandora. Brick stands with his signature Borderlands 3 tanky pose, throwing haymakers in the air and revving up for a scrap. Oh yeah! A giant space lion looking to get his face punched in. You're barking up the wrong tree, ugly. The name's Brick, and I'm the prettiest siren in the room. Prepare to taste the pain train, baby. Oh, God, that sounds cringe saying that. Oh. Thog stands completely still, unblinking. His intense glowing eyes scan the massive Vault Hunter, analyzing his muscle mass and aura. What? No wisecracks? Fine. More time for punching. Let's see what you're made of. Brick activates his berserks, lets out a gluttony roar, and lunges at Thok, throwing a massive explosive right hook. Thok casually sidesteps. His reflexes are far beyond anything on Pandora. He grabs Brick's outstretched wrist with such immense force, the berserker's momentum comes to a dead stop. Thok slowly draws his massive, jagged blades, his deep, rumbling voice vibrating. You seek a glorious death? Very well. You are larger than the others, but you fight with the sloppy desperation of a street hound, proving you are not just another disappointing pup. Break, eyes wide with genuine joy, despite his arm being locked. Holy crap, did you just catch my punch? Dude, you are the biggest, baddest slab I've ever seen. That is the most awesome thing ever. Hit me harder. Your enthusiasm is misplaced. Draw your weapon. I do not slaughter the unarmed. Who needs a gun? I punch him. The tone of the encounter. Thok would treat this like a disappointing warm-up, speaking only to judge whether Brick has a true warrior spirit he so desperately scours the universe for. Brick is treating the fight like a legendary bar brawl, mixing his classic catchphrases. They didn't say who would actually win, so I'm going to have to actually get rid of that part where... Let's see. Okay. Thok completely outmatches Brick. Thok exists on an entirely different cosmic scale. How the fight would play out. Brick eagerly throws a massive slag through his hazemaker, excited to find a monster that isn't a skag or psycho. Yes, Brick pops his berserk ability, even with his maximum defensive shield and his... Brick's blows bounce off Thok's ultra-dense hide. Thok recognizes Brick's fighting spirit, but realizes he poses no real threat. Thok ends the fight quickly by closing the distance and delivering a single earth-shattering blow or decapitating strike. Thok wins 10 out of 10 times. I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream, and thank you guys for watching. Have a good day, everybody. Bye.